Howdy YouTube, Darlington Farm here, just over here in the shop, and I'm getting started on these two curve moldings here. I really hate doing these, but they are pretty profitable, so I'm back to doing that. The way I do these is I use some Aztec and a heat gun, depending on the radius. And what I do is I'll just take a template. This is actually paper mulch from the farm. Just tape it up to the window or whatever it is. Just take a crayon, trace along there. Now what you can do is rip this. This is like maybe a 1/4 inch or so thick. You can just come along here, and if you get it to where it is thin enough, you actually don't even need to use a heat gun. Now I start off maybe about 6 or 8 inches over from where the corner of the molding actually needs to go, just so there's room for it to feed in and out of the feeder. And then I'll take some, where are they, 3/4 screws right here. These are the Craig 3/4 flathead screws. I find, whoa, these are the least likely of any of the ones I've tried to split the thin rip of Aztec here. So you just pop in a couple screws, and it's if you do it like a 1/4 inch or less, it's actually thin, or it's flexible enough where on kind of a shallow radius like this, you really don't even need to use a heat gun. On kind of a really sharp radius, you can just use a heat gun, but I think this will be good enough without it. And then I'll just go ahead and screw it on there, and then come along with a razor blade, cut the paper off there, and then I will go ahead and set the other edge of the template there, and I do the exact same thing. I'll just come along here with, or is it my fast cap speed scribe. Whoops, and the pin just fell out of it. Oh, that's been around in my toolbox while I was over installing a kitchen. Just come along here, set it at whatever your desired distance is, and trace along there, and I'll do some more videos on that as we go along here. But yeah, that's kind of an overview of the process of making the templates. Stay tuned here. I'll get some more of actually doing it. Alright, so here's part 2 of how to make a curve molding like this. You just come along here with a scribe. This is a fast cap Accu scribe. What I do is I will just take the template that I made off there. I will just run the first piece of Aztec along the radius of the arch there, and then I'll come along here with this thing and just make a mark depending on how thick the molding is going to be. In this case, it's 2.5 inches, so I'll just take, you can kind of see some of my scribe mark there, and you just kind of have to freehand it right along here using using the first piece of Aztec as your guide, and just evenly go along there. And then you can just come along, put your second piece of Aztec on there, and then you just come along with a jigsaw, cut it out, and then just run along here with a flush trim bit in a router, trim it out, and there you've got a nice smooth smooth template for your arch. So I'm going to get to it here, and I'll kind of show you a little more as I go along here. I don't know if you can hear me, but this is the first pass, or rather second pass through this, for this molding through here. The first pass I decided was a little too far this way, so I went ahead and pushed it back, and I'm taking off a little bit deeper bite with this. Now it will also get run down about another 1/16 or so. I'm running it really slow. One of the things I really like about the shop box here is you can turn the feed rate all the way to off. So it's really nice for when you're making curve moldings like this. This one's running a little slower. I just had it really slow, so I could actually video without worrying about destroying the molding. Alright, YouTube, so I got everything finished up here, waiting on the customer to come pick these up. I think they turned out pretty well. It's a 356 molding profile, if I remember correctly. If I am in error there, somebody let me know. It's written on the molding knives. It's been kind of a long day here, so I don't remember exactly what the profile was. But this is actually one solid piece here. I had one 16-inch wide piece of poplar that I used for this. This is just one contiguous piece of wood. This is two 12-inch wide boards that were laminated together. In the past, I had put bevels on these and used finger joints. I don't really like doing it that way. This seems like there was a lot less, a lot less to worry about. I guess now in previous ones I had done, molding or complete curved ones that went all the way down where it had like a 90-degree bend in it. Where I guess that probably wouldn't be the smartest way to do it, but for somewhat of a shallow curve like this seems to be the best way to do it. And really pleased. I think these are the best looking ones that I have done yet. So anyway, that's kind of part 3 there on how you do these. Just use your template, put it out on your wood there. Just cut it out with a flush trim bit, and then just set the molder up. I guess I can do a quickie little here on how the molder is set up, and run it. Oh yeah, doors for my other welder that I'm in the process of painting right there. So I can get this off here. So here is the molder. Get this out of the way there. You just have 366 is a molding profile right there. It runs the guide, or the fixed guide right there is the top roller. Bottom roller here is on this hand crank, and there's two bearings there, and then that's on a spring, so it can just feed your template through, and just feeds it on through. Got some various screws running through there, but yeah, great machine. I love it that you can turn it all the way down to where there's zero feed, and you can kind of just barely bump it up to where it takes 20 minutes to run a piece through here. So it's really nice for that. And it is awesome for making curved moldings. And yeah, to my one critic out there, this thing definitely kicks the crap out of the American-made William & Hussey. I'm sorry, it's a good machine. It definitely makes some really high-quality moldings. Actually, these turned out well enough where I think they're fine using them for stain grade. They definitely turned out really well. Definitely think these are the best-looking moldings that I have, produced, or best-looking curved moldings that I have produced to date. So I'm really pleased. I'm Darlington Farm. Thank you for watching.